So I finally got around to watching that Time I Got Reincarnated as a slime, and I gotta say, it is one incredible series, alright? But before we begin, if you like the content you're seeing, be sure to subscribe, like, and comment. I mean, they're all free, so why not? If you want some dope channel merch, the link that'll be down in the description below. If you want to see more of me, then go check out my other channels and go follow me on Twitter and Instagram, which will all be linked down below in the description. But with all that out of the way, why don't we just dive right on in? So if you don't know what that Time I Got Reincarnated as a slime is, okay, that's way too long, I'm just gonna call it slime. So if you don't know what slime is, it's an isekai anime that came out a few years ago, or at least season 1 anyway, and season 2 is airing right now. So before I watched it, I thought it was just gonna be another typical boring isekai anime, like, ooh, I get transported to another world, I'm overpowered, and I'm surrounded by a bunch of big titty anime girls. But that is definitely not the case, because I think this is one of the best isekai animes of all time. So the series follows Rimuru Tempest, who dies in the human world. Not gonna lie, I don't remember his human name, so he got shanked instead of getting hit by Truck Gun, which is kind of a meme at this point. And he gets sent to another world as a slime, you know, hence the name. And he ends up meeting the strongest being, or one of the strongest beings in that world, which is a dragon, and some shenanigans go down, and he ends up becoming insanely powerful thanks to that dragon. That's all I'm going to say about how it starts off. Now, as the series goes along, in season 1, you know, he meets a bunch of new characters, he meets monsters, and he ends up starting his own village, which is a really cool aspect, because you don't really see isekais where the main character gets reincarnated or turned into a monster. Usually, you know, they're humans, and they just kind of murk the monsters in that world. But that's not the case for this anime. Now, season 1 is pretty good. I found it to be on the same level as Rising of the Shield Hero, another pretty good isekai anime. Because yeah, it had some of the tropes, but it was just different. That was the thing. And the story arcs and the characters were pretty good, and the narrative as a whole seemed to be moving in a pretty decent direction. And that's when I moved on to season 2. Now, the beginning of season 2 left off where season 1 ended, and the first few episodes were pretty average, but eventually it gets into some top tier anime quality. So the main character, Rimuru Tempest, has a fight with a character who I'm not gonna name for spoiler reasons, that is much more powerful than he is. And Rimuru, he's pretty damn strong. It does take some of the typical tropes from isekai anime, such as an overpowered protagonist, but that doesn't deter from how amazing the series is. But anyways, he pretty much doesn't stand a chance against this person, and he ends up having to get away. But where the most recent episodes come in, the most recent episodes of season 2 launch this slime into the stratosphere for amazing anime. What ends up happening is the main character and his group of friends, you know, they're monsters. So the humans in that world, they aren't typically, you know, they aren't all about monsters, right? So they kind of attack, and what ends up happening is, like, it's kind of sad, really. Some of the characters something ends up happening to them. I'm not gonna say what. And when Rimuru finishes his fight and comes back to his home, like where all the monsters are, he ends up seeing all this devastation occurred from the humans, and he realizes that this is his fault, because since he was a human in his previous life, back in season 1, he had told his monsters and comrades not to hurt humans because he wanted to get along with them. If you were in his shoes, you would probably want the same thing, just to be let bygones be bygones. But now he realizes that this was his fault because he said to just get along with the humans and not to hurt them. Now, going into spoilers for season 2, in order to fix all of this, Rimuru has to become a fucking demon lord. And in order to do that, he has to kill 10,000 humans. And the crazy thing is, he ends up doing it and accomplishes his goal of becoming a demon lord in order to fix everything and save everyone. And my favorite scene of this entire series so far is you can see Rimuru flying in the sky above the human encampment that was responsible for what happened. and he launches this attack, and it ends up killing all of these humans in the thousands so quickly. It's like they didn't even stand a chance. They were nothing to him. And after they all die, not only does he kill them, but he absorbs them, and he basically eats them so that he can obtain their power, so he can become a demon lord to fix what they did. And just the narrative side of that I find incredible, because Rimuru goes from a character that doesn't want to harm humans and wants to get along with them, to massacring them into the thousands in only a couple of seasons. I'm a sucker for good isekai, and this anime goes above and beyond with that. Now, if you haven't already, go watch that Time I Got Reincarnated as a Slime, because it is worth the watch. This series is absolutely incredible. But with that, I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, be sure to subscribe, like, and comment. If you want to see more videos like this where it's just reviews about anime that I watch or manga that I read, then let me know down in the comments below. But with that, I will catch you all in the next video. Peace.